The Chosen Season 5, Part 1, Episodes 1 and 2. I was there. If you didn't know, I was at the premiere in Dallas, Texas of The Chosen Season 5, Episodes 1 and 2. I got to talk to the actors. I got to talk to Dallas. I got to talk to as many people as last year at the world premiere of Season 4 of The Chosen. Please enjoy this compilation of the people I talked to at Chosen Season 5 premiere. It was incredible. It was awesome. I'm glad that you guys get to see it and that I get to share this with you. I'm so grateful. This season is awesome. There's so much to talk about, so let's just go ahead and show you these interviews. Go ahead and check them out.
Hey, he's here. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Are you gonna be in there tonight?
I am.
All right, good.
I hope so. I think I am.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So, from a Hallmark movie, from Though None Go With Me.
Yeah.
That's one of the first movies you produced when you were like 25. Not the first, I know, but
the first one was Hometown Legend. I was 25, and then I got something going at Hallmark Channel. So I had a few things, deep cuts.
Yeah. But then to now, what do you think is the difference between something like that, a movie that you made, and now The Chosen? What's
Well, besides the fact that there's a lot more people watching this than watch any of the other things that I've done, I think that I'm far more broken and surrendered and humbled than I was then. And what's funny about that is I'm quote unquote more successful now than I ever was. But back then I cared about success more. I was doing it for a purpose of affirmation. That was my drug of choice. And now I don't care about that anymore. Now I'm just trying to honor God and serve Him and my wife. Everything after that I can't worry about. And I think that's what's beautiful about tonight. I'm seeing all these people. I'm seeing the cameras. You're here. I mean, I know things are going well if you're here. And yet I'm able to go, you know what? This is ultimately about making sure people see the true story and experience the authentic Jesus.
So from The Chosen, which also started out as like an independent kind of thing, to now being this, do you still feel like the underdog? Is The Chosen still like in the beginning I felt like we're all giving to The Chosen based on our goodwill because it's so small, and now it's like big. Do you still feel the same way that you felt during season one? Or?
Yeah, for sure, because we still need the fans, we still need donations, we still need resources. We're still independent. We're not owned by a studio, right? We still have to generate the work and generate the income and kind of build a lot of things from scratch. So a lot of the stuff is still new. So that never stops. We never stop having to prove ourselves in some way. But the good thing is we stay focused, humbled, broken, surrendered, and it's the same as it was in season one.
Who's the watcher? First and last name, what's on the birth certificate? Who is he?
Who's watching?
The watcher.
What, is he
watcher.
Is he mumbling now?
The watcher. No. Sometimes I do.
You're infecting everybody else. Leave.
No, the watcher. Who is he? First and last. What's on the birth certificate?
I will tell you that you will know in later this season. You will know for sure his name.
Okay.
I promise. No, it's good to see. That was the worst.
I don't know what.
Dude, here we go. We're gonna go this way. There we go. Now we're good.
Thank you. That's always a pleasure to be here.
Stay blessed, brother.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Up, man?
You said Truman Show is your favorite movie. I've heard
one of my favorites. Yeah, absolutely.
How do you think? This is a really weird question, but how do you think The Chosen kind of causes you to view reality differently, like The Truman Show does? Because I watch that movie and I come away and I think about my world differently. Do you think The Chosen has that same effect, or?
I think so, because the people who have attempted to cover this subject matter, I don't think have done it in the same way that The Chosen's done. That's why I think the show has been so successful, because it's bringing these characters within arm's reach. And so you probably read it out of the Bible thinking that these are these like holy saints, and they are, but they didn't start that way. James and John were sons of thunder, and they were a little clumsy, and they made mistakes, and sometimes they didn't learn from their mistakes. And that's kind of something weird, like, a saint didn't learn from his mistakes. Well, yeah, James and John got it wrong occasionally, and were rebuked by Jesus several times. My goodness, we keep getting rebuked.
Rebuke.
Yeah, you guys are such good brothers, but you're not brothers in real life. So how do you make that feel so real on screen?
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's not like with us putting great effort. It just really did happen, and that just serves us so well. I mean, we finish each other's sentences.
Damn, that joke sucks.
Too much.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Good to see you. How do you guys walk the line between kind of sharing the objective truth or revealing more about the Gospels and kind of sharing your perspective on the Gospel accounts or the deeper meanings behind Jesus' teachings?
Yeah, well, the interesting thing is the characters in the story don't have a greater perspective than what they're living through. Like, so we sort of have to forget 2,000 years of theological interpretation and tradition in order to place ourselves in the shoes of the characters who are just Jews in first century Israel and don't have any sense for what is to come. And so I think it's a downfall of some writing, maybe in other projects, not all, where people try to superimpose things that were discovered later in the early church, Acts, beyond, even in the, sort of the Desert Fathers and things like that. They try to like retroactively put those back on the characters. They just wouldn't have had that. So we have to really do our own work of forgetting, so to speak.
Yeah. Good to see you guys.
Hey, good to see you. I love your jacket.
Thank you, man. Good to see you. I can't believe it. It's good. How are you? It's Robin from Batman Dark Tomorrow. I can't believe it. In the flesh. How you doing?
Good. How long did it take you to come up with that one?
Less than 10 minutes, I swear.
Okay, good. Yeah, if it was more than 10 minutes, we have to talk.
Yeah, no, it was not very much time at all. Very quick. So, who's on your Mount Rushmore of voice acting? That's my question.
Fred Tatasciore.
I love it too.
I think Chris Pratt has done a lot of fun stuff.
Mel Blanc?
Mel Blanc, of course, is the GOAT. I mean, basically after him, everything else is like, there's Mel and there's everybody else. No disrespect, but I think every voice actor, including myself, would agree Mel's at the top.
How has playing Jesus, like I know it's a lot of pressure, and you've talked about, I love Jonathan, Jesus.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
How has that affected your own spiritual walk, trying to emulate Jesus in The Chosen? How does that play into your own spiritual walk in real life?
Yeah, it's playing Jesus has deepened my faith in a way that the more time you spend with Jesus, the more time you spend reading his words and reading his messages and trying to follow his example, the more he inevitably rubs off on you, and that's a good thing. It's not something I ever want to let go of.
What's relationship with Dallas Jenkins like? How pivotal is that to making something as successful as The Chosen? How important is that?
I think you have to trust your collaborators, your chief, your master chief. We've been working together for 11 years now, and so Dallas he's a visionary. So having somebody you trust, and I would say, I believe he would say the same thing. He'd feel the same way, that the trust has to be mutual. He trusts me, I trust him, and we have a great shorthand.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, brother.
Great to meet you.
Good to see you.
So there it is. There was my interviews with the Chosen cast and crew from season 5 premiere. Now, I didn't get to talk to as many last year. I said that there wasn't as many cast members to talk to quite in the area that I was in for press to interview them. So, that's fine, and it was cool. So I saw some, didn't get to talk to them. They were really being rushed around to a lot of different places, so I didn't have the chance to talk to a majority of the cast members, but hey, that's okay. Shahar was there. That was cool. There was so much awesome things happening. And I mean, this cast and crew is the best in the world. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to subscribe to see all my coverage of The Chosen Season 5 premiere. I'm going to come out with videos about it, so stay tuned. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bench Jesus.